Good morning, dear children. Today we will start with our first lesson, that is nature and purpose of business. In this chapter, we will study concept and characteristics of business, economic and non-economic activities, comparison between business, profession and employment, objectives of business, role of profit in business, and last, classification of business activities. So starting with concept and characteristic of business. In this lecture we will study concept, what is business, and the characteristic of business. Now many questions must be arising in your mind. What is business? How we identify it is a business? Any activity which is going around you, how you can identify it is a business? Do we need a permanent place to start a business? What is the ultimate aim? Why we are doing business? After that, after finding these questions, you will be able to find some business organization around your locality. Now coming to the concept of business. Coming to the point, what is business? One general understanding, what you can say is buying things at lower price and selling it at higher price. And the margin between the higher price and the lower price is known as profit. What I have said, that buying things at lower price and selling it at higher price, and the difference between them is known as profit. This is, you can say, this is a layman definition of business, and the margin which you keep in your pocket is known as profit. This is just an layman understanding of business. Business, what you can say, business is derived from the word being busy. So we can say that being busy is business. Here also first point you can see, the term business is derived from this word busy. Does business mean being busy? Now next point, what you can see here, in a specific sense, business refers to an occupation. We can say that it is an occupation which includes all the activity that is related to production, sales or making profit. Here also it is written, however, in specific sense, business refers to an occupation in which people regularly engage themselves with a view to earn profit. They have engaged themselves in production, in selling, to earn profit. So next we can say that business involves production or purchase or exchange of goods and services to satisfy the needs of people with aim to earn profit. This is very important. We are not only producing, or we are not only exchanging the goods and services only to attain profit. Not only to attain profit. The most important thing is to, by attaining profit, it should satisfy the needs of people. Therefore, we can say that business at all point of time to aim at profit maximization, but through the satisfaction of customer need and wants. So whenever anyone asks you the definition of business, we have to say their business involves production and exchange of goods with the aim of earning profit through satisfaction of customers' need and wants. Last point, the person who are engaged in business are called entrepreneurs. The persons who are engaged, the persons who are doing business, they are called as entrepreneurs. So this is the conclusion of the definition. What you can say, business involves production and exchange of goods. Its main aim is to earn profit, and on the other hand, it must satisfy human wants. It should satisfy the customer's need and wants. These activities are organized and performed under the framework of an institution known as business organization, firm, or enterprise. These activities, what are the activities? Production and exchange of goods, earn profit, and satisfy human wants. Three activities are there: production and exchange of goods, earn profit by satisfying human wants. If these three activities are there, means you are doing business. According to B.O. Wheeler, business is an institution organized and operated to provide goods and services to society under the incentive of private gain. Next, we will study characteristics or features of business. There are many characteristics of business. First one is, you can say, dealings in goods and services. Business deals with goods and services. The goods can be of two kinds. Here you can say goods can be of two kinds. What it can be? It can be consumer goods, and second one, it can be producer's good. First one is consumer good and second one is producer good. Consumer goods, it will be like whatever we use in daily basis, that is milk, sugar, tea, clothes, etc. And producer goods, whatever things, whatever types of goods which are needed for manufacturing, like machines, tools, that is known as producer's good. Now, according to dealing in goods and services, we say that business deals with goods and services. The goods can be of two kinds, that is consumer goods and producer's good. Business also deals with services like transport, insurance, and whatever, like banking, any type of. So wherever business is there, we can say that it deals with all types of goods and services. Second point, production and or exchange of goods and services with profit motive. In the definition also we have studied, there is an exchange of goods and services with profit motive. Here also you can say that the production or exchange of goods and services with profit motive is the basic feature of business. Earning profit for satisfying needs makes the business an economic activity. We just can't say that only profit motive will be there in the business. Profit motive for satisfying needs of the customer makes the business an economic activity. Business must earn profit for its survival. Why a business should earn profit? Because if there will be no profit, any business cannot survive, growth, or expand. But beside the profit motive, you can say the service motive is also essential for the progress of business. Third point is element of risk and uncertainty. First point we have discussed, second point. Third point is element of risk and uncertainty. According to element of risk and uncertainty, risk and uncertainty are two important features of business, and profit is an incentive for taking business risk. Now, example, what you can say, you are doing or you are starting any business. There can be risk of two things. You are starting a business, you can have profit also or you can have loss also. But every businessman start with the thinking that he will attain profit. Therefore, it is said that profit is an incentive for taking business risk. If a businessman is taking risk and he is doing the work properly, then profit is the incentive for that businessman. The element of risk exists due to variety of factors. Now, how the element of risk exists? Because of change in, for example, you have started a business of soap, a soap which has a flavor of rose flavor, but sometimes the people like that rose soap, but after some time the taste of the consumer has changed and they are not attracted toward that soap, so they will not buy that soap. So what will happen to your business? Your business will start decreasing. So because of the change in demand of goods and services, you can go for loss. Next one is change in the taste of the consumer, or change in the policies of the government, or risk of loss due to fire, earthquake, or theft. There are these type of elements which can cause loss into your business, that is fire, earthquake, and theft also, and many more things are there. Next point is creation of utility. Creation of utility. Business makes goods and services more useful to satisfy human wants. Creation of utility, for example, if a wood is there, if a simple tree is there, it is not utilized in a proper manner until it is converted into a furniture. So what you can say, a businessman or a business utilize the goods in a proper manner, so to satisfy the wants of the human. Business delivers goods and services to those who need such facilities and are willing to pay the price. Man is able to satisfy his wants effectively and economically with the help of business transaction. Next point, continuity and regularity of dealing. Very important. For example, I have an old car since 5 years. I sold this car in market and I got the money. I was having one car and I sold this car and I got money. This, you can say, this is very much related to an economic activity, but this is not an business activity. Why? Why it is not an economic activity? It is dealing with money, so it can be a business activity. But no, we can't say it is a business activity. Why? Am I doing this on a daily basis? This selling of car, am I doing on a daily basis? No, I am not doing on a daily basis. Am I in the business of sale and purchase of car? No, I was just having an old car and I sold it in a market and I got the money. So for the person whom I sold the car will be considered as a business activity, but for me it will not be a business activity because I am not doing this thing on a regular basis. This dealing I am not doing on a regular basis. That is why it will not be considered as business activity. Therefore, you can say that business include the exchange of goods and services which have regularity and continuity. Business means a regular and continuous process of dealing. An isolated transaction cannot be called a business. Next point, human activity. Human activity. Business is an activity which can be executed only by men and women. Any business which can be executed by men and women, that will only considered as business. And you can say that business activity is also known as human activity because here men and women are involved in doing the activities. Although for execution of these activities, human beings can use different non-human resources. Now, human activities are involved, but they can use any type of resources like land. They can use land, water, they can use for their resources. Next one is economic activity. Business is considered as economic activity. We have studied in the definition also. Only economic activity form a part of business. Only economic activity or activities which are related to money will be considered as economic activity or will come under business. Non-economic activities are not included in the business. Now here you can give difference between economic and non-economic activity. What is we will study further also what is economic and non-economic activity. Economic activity and non-economic activity. Now, how you can make a difference between economic and non-economic activity? For example, your mother is making food for you. Your mother is making food for you. Your mother is making food for you because she is your mother, and for love and affection she is making the food. But for that making of food, you are not paying her. Now, same food if she is making and she is selling in the market. Same food she is making and again she is selling in the market. For that food she is getting money. So the activity here is same. She is cooking food, but when she is giving to you, it will not be considered as economic activity. But when she is selling in the market, it will be considered as economic activity. Therefore, you can say that objective we have to see. The mother is cooking for which objective? When her objective will differ, then it will be considered as economic activity. When she is cooking food for selling in the market, it will be considered as economic activity. Now, next point, building up of an organization. Every business requires to build up its organization. Organization means division of activities. Many types of activities are there in an organization. If you are running a business, means you are building up an organization where different individuals and many tasks will be there. Many individual and many tasks will be there. Various factors will also be required, like land, labor, capital will be required, and combined they will produce for that firm. When all things will be combined together, that is land, labor, capital, entrepreneurs, these are the factors. When they will be combined, they will produce for the firm. Next, some more characteristics of business. Next is satisfaction of customer. In the definition also we have studied that there is a production or exchange of goods and services with the aim to earn profit, and we have to keep in mind that there should be satisfaction of customers. Therefore, the characteristic of business, in characteristic of business, this point will also come, satisfaction of customers. Businessmen always try to satisfy their customers with better quality goods, reasonable prices, adequate services, etc. No business can survive for long without customers' satisfaction. Therefore, customer satisfaction is the most important factor of any business. Next characteristic is entrepreneur. In a business, an entrepreneur is always required. A person who is engaged in doing business is called entrepreneur. Therefore, entrepreneurs are always required in any business. An entrepreneur starts the business and arranges for its management. An entrepreneur makes elaborate arrangement for the promotion of the business. An entrepreneur gives shape to the business. He brings capital to the business, means is related to business, the entrepreneur tries to satisfy it. That is why it is said that an entrepreneur gives a shape to the business proposition by providing initial required capital. An entrepreneur also initiates, makes efforts, and bears the whole risk of the business. That is why entrepreneurs are said that they are the risk bearer of the business. A business is not possible without an entrepreneur. Therefore, business is also an important entrepreneurs are the very important factor of any business. Next, business is considered as both art and science. Why it is considered as art and science? Because in art we require personal ability, experience and understanding, and in science we work on some specific principle, laws and many things. So we can say that business is considered as both art and science, where personal ability is also required, experience is also required, and by the other hand, principle, laws and other objects of science are also required. Therefore, it is said it is considered as both art and science. Next characteristic is social institution. Business is considered as a social institution as it is concerned with individual and group activity of the people. The nature of business activity is determined by the society. Therefore, business and society are related to each other. The business has to win and maintain the favor and goodwill of 4 people. The business, when anyone is running any business, they have to maintain the goodwill of 4 group of people. Which group of people? They are the customers first of all. Next is the employees, the owners and the public at large. 4 categories of people. First of all, the customers, the employees, the owners and the public at large. Next is spontaneous growth and expansion. Any business, if you are running any business, it should be a routine growth and expansion in the business. Therefore, it is said that growth and expansion must be a routine process with business. If a business is not properly growing, or if a business is not having a proper profit, it will not grow and it will not expand. Spontaneous growth and expansion are the usual expectation of every business, or you can say profit is the usual expectation of any business. Without profit, no growth, no expansion will be there. Next is financing and capital. Now, any businessman, they will require capital, they will require anyone to finance their business. Therefore, financing and capital is also required in any business. Capital is the lubricant, you can say. Capital is the lubricant which keeps the enterprise dynamic. If capital is not there, if money is not there, the business will not run. Success of a business depends on the supply of adequate capital. Thus, business optimism depends on the sound financial position of any undertaking. And at last characteristic is service motive. Beside all the characteristics, beside all the monetary characteristics, you can say service motive should be the basic characteristic of any business. No business can succeed if there is no attitude of social service. Though profit making is an important objective of any business, it should not be the only objective of business. In the definition also we have studied that production or exchange of goods and services are there with the aim of earning profit with the customer's satisfaction. Therefore, it is said that no business can succeed if there is no attitude of social service. Service motive towards society ensures a grand success to the business. This was all about the characteristics of business. Therefore, in this lecture, we have studied about what is business and characteristics of business. Characteristic you can say as features of business also. In the next lecture, we will study about classification of business activities.